Gonna try something new today. I'm gonna give you guys my watch list, my top 10 that I'm looking for going forward. Why? Because I do not think we're heading into recession this year. There is a likelihood we could head into recession next year. However, the workplace is so strong right now, and let's just assume things get worked out between Russia and Ukraine. There's going to be a lot of building going on in Europe. So there's going to be a lot of generating revenues and increasing sources. So let me go to my top 10 list. I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to share the screen. I'll tell you first what I'm expecting on the SPY, because right now the markets are basically flat. I'm actually expecting the SPY to go up at least 1% today, which I know is counter to what other people believe. But the reason I believe that's going to happen is because China continues to be strong. So then you have Chinese stocks that continue to be strong. Then you have energy stocks that continue to be strong. Now, banking stocks will weigh on the market today, and I believe banking stocks are going to weigh on the market because Jamie Dimon from JP Morgan Chase, right? He just came out and he said they have $1 billion worth of exposure to Russia. Now, all in all, I believe the U.S. banks probably have around $16 billion of exposure to Russia. I announced that a month ago. Point is, banks haven't been hit that hard. Why? Because interest rates are going up. Now, as the yield curves inverse, banks again lose less money. So I think there will be downward pressure on the banking system. So that brings me to other companies like one that I bought on Friday, Twilio. What's the symbol for that? TW. Let's pull it up on the chart. Let's see if I can share my screen first. All right, there's that. And let me find if I can find Twilio. TWILO. Nope. Twilio there. Twilio. Okay. So here we go. We're at 169 again. I got in at 168. It was just on Friday. It was right around probably either here or I caught it maybe even on the way down because I'm usually people get in a little better than me. But I like fintech companies like this. We had a major sell-off right around the $200 range because people thought it was overvalued. It didn't have enough earnings. Let me just see if I can come up. I don't know if it shows it on here. Market cap. Yeah, their PE is minus 31. So they're still a company that don't really have earnings yet. Now, I don't know about their forward PE. Unfortunately, this screen doesn't really share that. But Twilio is one. Next, I did a weekend video about Netflix. So let's bring that one up. All right, so I'll show you real quick because you have the weekend videos for that, but we're at 374. I'm looking to get in this morning. Hopefully the markets open down, like the markets just take a dip at open because that's what I'm expecting. So if the markets dip at open, and maybe you guys will still be here with me at 9:30. So say this company is right now is at 374 and all of a sudden the markets take a shit on themselves at open and this stock might go down to like 369. I would be jumping in if you watch my video. It's the April 22nd. It was the $180 calls. And I think I wanted to pay $13 per contract, which is $1,300 per contract, because I'll show you the 3-month again. I believe we're going up past $400, past 405. We'll probably hit around 415. I don't think it's going back up to 453 anytime soon. But if it goes up to 413, 410 from where it is now, that's an 8% gain. 8% gain would mean I'd make about 80% on my options. Okay, so that's what I implied. $13 in, I wanted to be out around 21. So again, have a complete strategy before you enter an options play. The option that I mentioned, I believe is at $16 where it closed on Friday. So I'm not paying 16, I'm looking to pay 13, okay? So let's go to my next stock. Okay, now energy stocks. So I have a bunch of energy stocks and they're not like their standard Chevron, Exxon, things of that nature. Okay, so first off, you can see the stock already passed $30 earlier. So anything under than that looks decent. Let's pull up a 1 month just so I can show you guys what's going on here. I mean, you've got 1, 2 heavy inflow days, 15 million, major positions, 15 million, 17 million, quiet. Why? Because remember at the end of the month, market was tough. So it's not like they were selling this stock. They just weren't really buying this stock off volume. But then we get to the 1st of April where you can start your Q2 sheets for the bank, right? To show you what you have on file. They want to go into this stock. Why? It's an energy play. Now, similar to LAC, Lithium America, right? Which has exploded. I'm just going to show you this one real quick. This one's close to the top, but I happen to think this one could go to $35, $36, $37, which would be another 20% gain. Okay, so let me bring up Lithium America because that's another one on my watch list. And then I have QS. So we'll bring up QS as well because I spoke about that one to my Discord platform at $20 flat last week. I think it's like at $20.50. So it's not killing it, right? It's only up 2.5%. But Lithium America, right? Let's bring up the 1 month chart because you're going to see the huge demand. I mean, here it is. Not only one day, but you had 2 straight days. And then the outflow was profit taking was what? Half of this. Yeah, 16 million, 8 million. Completely makes sense. So does that mean Lithium America is going up today? Yes, probably is going up today because consolidation for that stock looks like it only lasted one day. Okay, my next energy stock, right? QS. They all hated QuantumScape. When it was $20, they put the sell order. They were like, oh, QuantumScape, it's not even worth $16. That's what they said, some of these banks. You know what happened when it went to 16? Hey, let me pull up the 3 month chart and see if we can look at it together. Okay. So here, they said right here, it's not even worth it. So they started selling it, right? They kept saying it's not worth it. 17, it's a piece of shit. Oh, we'll get rid of it. Then what's going on right here? Oh, mid-March. Here we go. $14. Where are we at now? $20. $6 move, which is a 40% move. So they're telling you unload this shit, right? Unload it. And they're buying it. Huge buying right here. Energy. It's what everybody just figured it out at the end of the month. Oh, we should be in this stock at the end of the month. So even though we lost money in Q1, it'll look like we have a decent stock on our books going into Q2. More investor money. So yeah, huge inflow. What did it do? 23 million. I mean, these are major. Someone's taking a major position. They spread it out over 3 days. Completely makes sense. And then you'll see consolidation. 1, 2. Okay, consolidation could happen today. I'm not saying QS is going up today, although I think it is again, just like LAC. Let's go to the 5-day, but it's consolidating. In fact, it's looking similar to Bitcoin. Can we bring up a Bitcoin chart? I haven't spoken about Bitcoin in a while. Bitcoin, let's see, USD. Here we go. Bitcoin, US dollar. Because I believe Bitcoin is consolidating in this range. So when we look at the 1 month chart, yeah, we're hovering here. And again, a consolidation period can go, let's just move it up on my screen. So glad I have a touch screen here. Where do we go from here? 3.9, and we're consolidating for a full week. Okay. So when you see this chart right here, this is what? 331. So I can go out to about 4.7. So I can say to you, you know, it would not surprise me if Bitcoin stays at 46,000, between 46 and 45 and 47, stays in that range for another till March, till April 7th, which is Thursday. So we got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. For another 3 days, it could easily stay in this range. Now, when it breaks out of the range, it's going to break higher. So one of these days, it is 1,000% going to break higher because it's going to revisit these levels. It's going to revisit somewhere between like 58,000 and 54,000 in the upcoming months. By the end of the year, where do I see it? I mean, who knows? Because it's got to have to consolidate at every level. I'd rather be in some altcoins that have a better possibility. But let's get back to my stocks. So I gave you Netflix, CCJ Energy, QS Energy, Lithium America Energy. Next, big tech with earnings. Yep, you guessed it. It's going to be Amazon. Amazon. Let's just pull up Amazon here. Oh, thank God. I was thinking I was talking this whole time and none of my charts were on the screen. That would have been terrible. All right, so Amazon, going to pull up. Let's pull up a 3 month chart just to see where we can go. Now, what you're going to see in the 3 months chart, okay, is the last couple of days, let's even say a week, it's been consolidating again. Volume's extremely low. So I'm looking for a volume day of 5 million. Now, 5 million is big on Amazon because Amazon sells for $3,300 a share, basically, right? $3,271. But the point is, April has been extremely good to Amazon. 82% of the time, you know, since they started tracking this shit, April for Amazon goes up a nice bit. So let's say you get a 4% move. I mean, 4% move is not even that a lot because we've seen moves in one day that are just like ridiculous. But a 4% move on Amazon would be what? Let's see, about what would 10%? 320 points. So 4% would be like 140 points, something like that. So you could clearly see $3,400, which would be at the top of the range right here. Let's go to the 1 year because, yeah, 3,400, it hasn't been there since, let's just date this back right there, since late December when we had the bullish run, when we had the all-time highs in November. It hasn't been there, right? 30, 33, 33.72. So yeah, I think we're heading to a bullish market for big tech. Now, if your companies do not have earnings, somebody asked me, dude, can you look at SoFi? SoFi could be okay, but the companies that are going to do well or better than the other companies are going to be the companies that actually make money. They need to have earnings. They need to give good forecasting. So when you see me pick stocks, it's going to be like Amazon. I already told you. Netflix, because Netflix is the top of the streaming, right? It would be Netflix, then Disney, then maybe Roku for me. And I don't want number 3. I want the top 2. So yeah, Disney's a good long-term play as well. Let's pull that one up because it wasn't on my list, but 100% Disney, I would put a price target on this one of 180. Okay, so we're at 137, a little down pre-market. Now this one will move with the Dow stocks. So if Dow stocks struggle for the next couple of days, because I think tech will be stronger, this one, it could technically bottom. Let's see, where were we over here? Disney could find its way back to 136. Okay, yeah, 136, that's where we are. So yeah, I don't think Disney is going much lower. So yeah, as a good longer term investment, I think Disney's going to understand we're going through the pandemic and Disney was still $182 back in September. Now they have all their theme parks open. Now they have, more actively streaming shows because they're adding more content. So yeah, let's throw Disney on there. Okay, next one. I happen to like Affirm, so I'll bring it up. Let's see, AFRM. Again, I want to stay away from the banks. I want to go into fintech. So Affirm is a buy now, pay later. Okay, so it's flat pre-market. It's down 0.13. It's been consolidating as well. Okay, why has it been consolidating? Because down here again, I mentioned this all the time at $26, right? And then they pushed it up. Here this day, the end of the month, they had a huge sell-off because Apple said going forward, Apple wants to do their own fintech thing, and Affirm is a big partner of Apple. So you had some sell-offs 2 days, then some buying inflow day. Now I'm going to wait for, again, 2 straight days. I think it'll happen this week. So Affirm can move about 7 points higher. All right, because history tends to repeat itself. So let's just say Affirm takes a dip this morning and goes to $45. Good entry for me. I'm giving you my strategy. I'm going to buy Affirm stock at $45 today, and I'm going to sell it at $52 within the next month. Okay, so that would be a $7 move higher, which would be about 16%. Now understand, there are some funds that don't even make 16% in an entire year. So you need to find specific stocks. You need to plan. You need to have patience. You can't just jump in. You say to yourself, okay, where's my entry point? Now, I mentioned $45. Let's just take a look at the 5-day right here. It spiked up here. So I believe there'll be support till about this area right here, which is $45. So that's why I'm saying $45. The people that bought up this spike all the way to this, they've already got their baseline in. So it's not going under, in my opinion, $45, whatever this is. Okay, $44.62. But I'll be purchasing at $45 for my personal account. Okay, 2 more stocks. Now, I mentioned China has been crushing it lately. And China says, okay, we might struggle. And then the Chinese market goes up 2%. And then the Chinese government comes on and they say, let's get this full screen. Let me just see if I can pull this up here. All right, so the Chinese government comes on and they say, hey, we're thinking about allowing U.S. companies, the U.S. auditors to audit our companies, right? Totally change of heart, 180-degree turn. What happened since then? And that was about 4 days ago, right? Chinese market goes up a little. And Chinese market's been pretty good for the last month if you look at it. All right, since it hit its lows, just like our markets have been, somewhat strong until you came to the last couple of days in March. But when it comes to the Chinese market, there are a couple of stocks I'm looking at right now. So I like the Chinese financial companies. So the number one would be for me would be Futu. All right. Now we saw it the other day. See, it gives you opportunity because what happened the other day? Oh, it dipped hard, heavy selling, heavy sell. I'm in the wrong. No, 5 day. That's what happened. Yeah, heavy selling, and you're in the $33 range. And then what happened is the news came out about China possibly allowing U.S. auditors to audit their companies. And China doesn't want that because they think we're going to steal their data. All right, but understand, stock was up here, 37. It even hit 40, even hit 42 when I sold my original position. Right. So here we go. Opens at $36, up like 15%, and they heavily sell off into that right here. And it bottoms at what? $33. Let's see where we closed at. And we closed at $34.60. Yeah, so of course it's going to try and make up the percent that it was off. So $36. Yep, it already went over that. So the next point higher where it might see some resistance is around $37.50. So yeah, makes sense that people will be buying the stock at $37.50 today. That might be my point where I would sell my call options if I had them. All right, another similar stock. Again, I like these more longer term, and this one will be clear over 44. So if we're at $34 and I'm telling you $44, that's a 29% increase. If we've already made 6% pre-market, then I'm still telling you from the point it's at right now, I could see it going up another 23%. So even if it takes a full year to go up 23%, that'd be a hell of a freaking return. But it's not going to. This stock's going to hit $44 by summertime. Financial company, another financial company, smaller scale, Tiger, T-I-G-R. Now, I haven't played this one since it blew up one of my accounts in mid-July of last year because I need to see support. So again, boom, it was up at $5.55 yesterday pre-market and closed under $5. So this one's going to follow the same chart as Futu, okay? Let's just look at the 3-month chart. There's no doubt in my mind it's going back past 650. Understand, this is consolidation. This is people taking profit from being in here, and people saying, I don't trust China. I don't want to be in Chinese stocks. But in my opinion, these people are incorrect. These people are narrow-minded thinkers, and I happen to think, let's see where, I mean, if you guys don't remember, this stock was pushing $30. What was it, mid-July, right? Yeah, there it is, June, July, right. And the outflow really didn't happen until people started selling off China, and it was $8 by then. There's some inflow here, which are probably some long-term investors, and they're buying it, let's see, yeah, about $5, which is right where we are here. So now we're going to pass 5. It's up 7% pre-market. I'm telling you that I think this one at $5. So at $5, what could it see? It could probably see this low-end range right here, $11, possibly, $9.94, $10. So, I mean, this one is a $5 stock at close, okay? Yes, it's $5.31 right now, but it'll probably sell off at open because the same thing happened on Friday. These stocks were up 7% pre-market, they were up like 10% pre-market, and then at open they dropped. Then they're up 7%, then they're up 5%, then they're up 2%. The point is, when they hit that turnaround, if you can call the bottom, so right now we're at 530, and if you can call the bottom, what's probably going to happen is we're at 530. It's going to follow the same pattern, blah, 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 blah. So I would probably look to get in right around $5.08. So there's strategy. It's up 530 right now. I'm saying maybe not 508. But listen, if I'm still with you when the market opens, I will probably buy some. No, I won't. I'll put in my order. I won't buy anything at market open because that breaks the rules. If you trade before 1030, you better make sure you're freaking right, or else you're going to cost yourself. Now, when you're just buying stock, similar to options, you have to plan. So what I'll probably do actually is put in my pre-market order to buy shares of this stock at $5.08. And then I turn off my computer. If it hits 508 today, actually, if I'm going to wait the entire day, I'm actually going to put in for like $4.99. Why? Because that 6 cents matters to me, right? Every little bit matters. 6 cents is like 1.25%. So I'm somewhere between $4.99 and $5.08. And yes, I will struggle on that. I'll spend probably 20 minutes going, okay, 508. I want to buy shares at 508. And then I'm going to go, no. If it falls to 508, it'll probably fall to like $5. I'll put in 501 because $5 will be a good support. And then I'll say maybe it'll fall under there so I will probably change it 4 times this morning. And we're only talking about I buy stock the same way that I buy options. And I'll tell you that when I buy stock, if I'm going to buy, let's say it's a $5 stock, I probably buy 5,000 shares, $25,000 worth. Now, maybe a little more, maybe like $40,000 worth. So my first position would be $10,000 worth, would be 2,000 shares. Okay. That's it. If I have a certain allotment of money, I use my 25% rule. All my rules are listed on the website. We even list them on Discord. But the point is stock, 25% rule, meaning whatever the amount of money you have to invest in that stock long term. Okay. This isn't a day trade for these stocks I'm mentioning. These are like at least 3 months hold for me. Okay. To hit my price target. You have to have price targets so you know when you're going to get out of some of these companies. So if I buy 2,000 shares at $5, that's $10,000 worth. If I have 40,000 set aside for this position, that allows me 30,000. Why? In case I need to dollar cost average down. Let's say the stock, China gets hit, they get caught selling something to Russia or something like that, and the Chinese market sells off. And that stock, I mean, that could force a stock like that to go down like 25%. If China sold something to Russia and it became public news and they were worried about sanctions, yes, the Chinese market would get hit extremely hard. I don't think that's going to happen. All right, so let's go back to my stock list. Oh, you guys love this one. Tesla. Now, I play Tesla occasionally. I rarely talk about buying stock in Tesla, and I will not buy stock in Tesla, but I might trade some options. Why? Because I think Tesla could actually break out. I saw a video of their Gigafactory in Germany. Volume's been extremely light, so no one's selling their Tesla that's on their books. So if you're not selling it and you're an institution of psychology, you've got X number of shares you're not selling. The only option is holding and buying more. And a lot of people that are holding this company aren't holding till like May. They don't have a 1 month plan. They have like a 1 year plan. Oh shit, Tesla's going to 1,400. When it goes to 1,400, the new numbers will come out and they'll be like $1,800 stock. So yeah, I mean, Tesla seems like a long-term play. Light volume here when the market was on its way down. Then even when they're selling off, it still held really good. When it dropped under 800, which was like ridiculous, of course, it spiked, dropped again, spiked, consolidated here. I believe what you're having is consolidation here. So I do think that there will be one strong day in the market. I don't know whether it turns out to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I think it'll be one of the first 3 days where Tesla's probably going to go up another like 5 or 6%, another $60. And $60 more on Tesla would be what? $1,140 about? Yeah. So, I mean, that's where I think Tesla's going. That's why if Tesla takes any type of dip, I get a dip like this, say this starts this trend right here. So we got bump, 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 and then it dips. I would probably buy a contract. If I get anywhere in the dip range of 1075. Why? Because we're right here, 1078, 1076. This one will drop down to 1070, 1074. But the spikes are way past 1100, 1100, and this is 1100. So there's a good likelihood the spike's going $16 higher at least, because I think it's going even more, rather than the decline, which would be from 1084 to like $14. So if I get a nice dip, there's a good chance it'll bounce right back up. Tesla has some huge support. So these are things you're looking at. So other people will say, yeah, dude, I like Tesla too. But the whole point is, oh, you guys aren't even looking at Tesla with me. Holy shit, I messed that one up. Okay, so I'll bring it up and just show you guys what I was looking at. So here are the lines of support, okay? So again, 1070, 1074, 1075. Over here, 1078, 1076, right? No, 1073. So at 1073, that's a great support line. So if Tesla drops $13 at any point during the day and I'm watching the market, I will likely buy some call options. Now, I'll likely go out probably like 2 weeks. Why? Because I don't want to do something right away, especially if I give myself 2 weeks and Tesla gets a pop of any type of decent news. I mean, you really could have an excellent return. So actually, that might be my number one play going into this week. Tesla options, which I've crushed before. So I'm getting excited about that. But let's bring up my next stock, Lucid, which is another EV stock. And it could be Lucid. It could be Xpeng, XPENG. It could be Li, LI Auto, all Chinese companies. I would rather be a Lucid investor. Why? Because the base that I've seen in the past is $24.50. Even when they had a massive sell-off, maybe it was 3 months ago, we were talking about 24.5, and then it breached under $20, right? Yeah, these days, I think it was under 20. But the point is, anytime you're seeing any type of buying or selling, it looks to be buying volume. It's greater than the outflow days. Buy, 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 buy. The 3 outflow days right here, very little. So again, I think you're hitting consolidation. So at 24.55, which we are right now at the close, right? 24.55, you could see most of the time, I mean, you're safe at 24.55. Your downside is limited to maybe 10%. So again, long-term invest. Let's look at a year because, right, this got even better, right? Yep, there it is. Okay, so again, it was holding even before it went up substantially. It tended to peak right here at 25, 24.5. So I believe it's at a crucial point. So if Tesla does move higher, and these stocks will move together, all of them will move, even that little piece of shit worth nothing stock that people like to talk about, which is Mullen, M-U-L-N, right? It has support at like $2 and change, right? It had support. It was $2.14 when I bought back my shares the other day. I think it's like $2.50 now. Maybe if EVs are strong, even that piece of shit, which is a complete manipulation because they have no earnings, all right? But the valuation of that company is, I believe, is like under 100 million. Let me pull it up on my phone real quick. Maybe it can't be. Let's see. M-U-L-N. I can't even spell. M-U-L-N. All right, Mullen, here we go. So the valuation of this one is, yeah, it's $100 million flat. The company's at $2.87. Let's just see where it is pre-market. Pre-market, it's at $3.02. So yes, if Tesla moves and Tesla goes to 1140, like I think it is, and Lucid goes back to $27, right? And that's the chart I have on the screen right now, Lucid. And I'll show you $27 is right around here. So it's been there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 peaks. Okay. Not to mention this entire time right here for a good 3 months that it was substantially higher, but it's had 9 peaks a lot higher. So there's your strategy right there. You want a good long-term strategy? All right, I'll take some Lucid options. I'll go out 6 months. Let's do it on my phone because I'm going to put in an order right now. You guys don't watch me trade that often. So stick with me. I'm going to trade right now on my phone. All right, Lucid, it's at 24.55. I'm going to the options right now. I'm going to go to the call options, and I want to go out a bunch of months. So I'm going to go out till I should be good with June. Yeah, I really should be good with June. I don't think I need to go out any longer. Let's see what the open volume is on that. Open volume for June, a couple hundred. Let's see what the open volume is for, where did I just put that? For August. Again, I'm looking for more volume. Okay, yeah, August has more volume. I'm looking for more volume because more volatility. So now I'm looking at the $24 calls. Actually, the 25 will have more volume because that's a nice flat number. So the $25 calls, right, for August 19th on Lucid close at $4.35. So I'm going to say to myself, okay, going back to a little bit of March here, there was low as $3.17. They're $3.45. I'm going to put in my order for $3.15. So no, that's too cheap. We're at $4.35. I guess I'll look for $4.35, 8% off the current price, which would be $32. So I'm going to put in for $3.90. Okay, and I'm going to buy about 15 of them. $3.90. It's going to cost me $5,850. Confirm. Okay, so $5,850. Now, why did I not take a full position? The same thing as I tell you with stock. Let's say I buy these Lucid options and I get them for the $3.90. Okay, I get it for $3.90. Lucid goes and it falls to $22 at some point next week. I don't know. They come out with news or something happens or the EV industry gets hit and it's $22. Okay, my options don't expire until August. The ones that I paid, let's almost $4, $3.90. Let's say I get them for. I would then be able to buy them for probably like $1.60. So if I could buy the same ones for $1.60 and being down, it would put me down like 57%. I would probably buy 40 more. So 40 more contracts would be another 6,000, which is another one full position. Again, leaving money on the side. 24,000 invested, in for 58.50, in for 6,000. You do this because if things get worse, even if you have a small account, say you have $400, you use $100. That's it. If you go 400 in with your small account and your position gets hit hard, you're going to lose money. All right, let's finish up my list. Right, because I only have a couple stocks left. Okay, so NEO is the next one on the list. But we already know that NEO has been supported by JP Morgan, by Morgan Stanley. Kathy from ARK is buying it. Chinese company, so it's probably up 5%, right? Oh, it's up 7%. Excellent. Yeah, so I mean, I wouldn't be, because the market's open already. Great. Yeah, so I wouldn't be chasing 7% on NEO. I would definitely, I would never chase when you have a stock up here when it was just sitting here. In fact, over here, it's looking nice. Anytime you fall below this line, 21.87, to me, it was a buy. Okay, 21.87. So you got a full day here. Then it spiked up, and then the same thing the Chinese stocks did on Friday. They came back down. So again, no need to chase NEO, but it should definitely be on your list, and you can get an entry. Okay, now here is a stock that is a bit of a meme stock. And yes, I like trading AMC lately, but Bed Bath & Beyond has some support. It's been consolidating, and it is a bit of a meme stock. And if they ever get any type of volume, like you saw here when it got jacked up from $16 to $22, right? People said it's going to be at $16 again soon. No, it's still at $22. So it hasn't. This is consolidation. They sell off anytime this happens. Then they bought in, but volume got big here. So this was 12 million, 11 million, pushing it north of $27. So the fact that this stock's at $22.81, and no, I wouldn't be paying $22.81. I'll tell you what I'll pay in a minute. I would probably pay right in here, $21.92. So I'd look for a whole 5% discount. But let's say I get in flat at $22, okay, just for the ease of the numbers, okay? $22 in, okay? Again, I want to be in a little under. I want to be in right here, $21.92. So I'm in at $21.92, and it goes back to $27. That's a $5 move. That's about 24%. And I think that 24% is going to happen over the span of not very long. I mean, this is 3.7. We're not even at 4.7. So yeah, I think we're going to be back touching $27 within the next month. That's it. It's not a crazy prediction. It's telling you simple facts. It's telling you when the inflow and demand happens, unless the markets get rocked. And I get this. Some people think the markets are overvalued, but I do not. I happen to think we're going to be in a little bull run for another couple of weeks. Now, nothing's going to go straight up. And if your companies don't have earnings, then you're in trouble. But when I say bull run, I mean companies like that I spoke about: Amazon, Netflix, QS, CCJ, Affirm, Tesla, Lucid. Okay, here's a good concept as well. So Elon has a 9%, 9.26% position in Twitter that got announced. Maybe dropped this morning early. Twitter was up 20%. Let's actually just see where Twitter's at. I mean, you guys don't mind hanging out with me, looking at certain stocks. I usually look at it on my phone. So I'll look with you guys. Twitter, because I'm going to point out good investment. Okay, yeah. So yeah, it's just like Tesla. There are so many lovers of Elon that I thought this might drop below 20%. And instead, where did it open at? It opened up 25%. I literally thought it would go to maybe 19%. God, I wish I was watching this at open, because I probably would have bought some puts at open. The point is, I think it'll go to plus 20% today. However, I wouldn't be buying Twitter. I would look at the alternatives, right? The alternative being Snap is one of them. Let's see where Snap is. Again, yeah. So hopefully if Twitter goes down 5%, Snap will go down. This is too much right now. Yeah, that's better. But I would expect the Snap to fill this gap right here, 38.15. And right now Snap's at 38.30. So yeah, I mean, I would look for another 25 cents, 30 cents off would be what? 0.8. So yeah, I might get into this stock if it was up 1.5% today, not 2.3. So again, that would be my entry. And this would be, again, a shorter term play because I think Twitter is going to get a lot of positive feedback from Elon taking a position. Snap will react positively, probably Fastly, FSLY. There it is. Oh, Y. So this will be a decent one that'll react. Yeah, up 2.5%. Again, I wouldn't go in 2.5%, but you see it already came down. So if we were watching earlier, 1.5% would be a good entry. So this one actually went under 1% today and then spiked. So again, I'm doing the video 5 seconds late, but I'm explaining the theory to you. Paying 2.5% when this is up today, no, you don't want to buy here. I would look for a reduction of about 21 cents. So I would buy a buyer maybe slightly under $19 at like 18, maybe 88. That seems like a good entry for me, 1888. Thank goodness you guys are watching with me. Yeah, so that's it. And finally, I mentioned, here's one more that has an interesting flow to it. Docs. Now, again, Docs doesn't currently make money, but they will be making money next year. They have a forward PE of 100, was extremely high. However, I believe this company has some demand. So here's what I'm going to show you. That there was strong inflow, pushing it all the way up to about $54. Strong inflow, again, pushing it up to about $52. I think we're at $50 now. No, we're at 52. Yeah, so there's a little less meat on this bone. Let's just go to the 3-month here. I mean, yeah, my exit would be around $54. So I guess I would stay away from Docs. Let me just see if I can do any live trading with you guys. Anybody that's stuck with me this long, I'm going to look at my accounts right now and see what I wanted to trade. See, I have also some others. So you got DWAC, DWAC, which is down 12% right now. That's Donald Trump's SPAC. Let's see what they're doing today. They're probably buying into it today. Yeah, I mean, because he has enough fans that when DWAC goes down, something this substantially, it'll find its support. So, yeah, I mean, if you got in there too soon, yeah, not a fan. But if you get the right price, QS is up 4% today. Thank God I'm talking to you guys instead of making money. I bought stock on Friday at $20 flat when I alerted it. Oh, SoFi's up. Yeah, so I already told you. I think the market could technically be strong today. I predicted it pre-market to Discord. I think the SPY is going up 1%. This is when the market was flat. I think tech and specifically the stocks I spoke about are going to do well. Okay, so SLI, Standard Lithium, that goes in line with UUU, other, material plays like that. Oh, material plays. So let's look at one more stock. Let me see if I can pull it up. It's FCX, okay? Now this one goes in line with Cleveland Cliff or Newmont Mining, which I mentioned to Discord a couple days ago. $51, wow. So let me just pull this one up for us and you guys can see. Because these mining stocks are going to crush it when earnings come out. FCX, here we go. Just show you guys where it is, $51 right now. Let's go to the 3-month. Yeah, it's at the high. These mining stocks, Newmont, NEM, FCX, anytime it dipped, remember it dipped down here, it actually went to $42 that day, and I was buying it. So yeah, nice recovery, $52 right there. But the point is, materials are so expensive. Nickel, copper, gold. Oh, gold's going to go up. So yeah, they're all expensive. So the point is, when earnings come out, they've got so much on their books that they're just going to crush it for probably the next 2 to 3 cycles. And that would be FCX. That would be Cleveland Cliffs, CLF. That would probably be AA. So here we got gold up here. Let's just look at the 1 month of gold. Let me see if I can get it so you guys can see it a little better. Let's go to the 3-month. Here we go. All right, again, in my point, okay, it moved up too quickly. This is when gold broke, I think, $2,047 per ounce. It went, so I would expect it to be more in this range right here, from 181 all the way down to 179. And again, we look at it, and it's under 181. So yeah, I wouldn't be buying yet. I would love to get in. I mean, if you can get in down here, 179 flat, sure. So there's a good chance gold hits it, and probably not today, but there's a good chance this little upturn here is something like this little upturn. And tomorrow you might get gold at 179, GLD at 179.39, okay? So here's the point. You say to yourself, dude, I like gold. Matt's right. Gold looks good. It's a nice stable commodity. They bought the shit out of it and pushed it up to 191. It's probably going to revisit that. It went as high as, here we are where we are before. So we got a new baseline. So I'm not going to buy it today, but I'll wait for a sell-off day, maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday, and I'll get it at 179 flat, and I'll ride this bad boy up. Now, gold is, you could ride it up anywhere from 188 to about 190. And if it hits that, when stocks go up, they likely find new highs. So even though this is an ETF, this one will likely, I mean, especially with the Russia war going on, this is a crazy prediction. We'll have to go back to the 5-year. Yeah, but gold's going to hit an all-time high. I'm predicting right now, just based on this freaking chart alone. Are you guys looking at this with me? Volume picking up the last couple months, obviously, because there's war. So as long as the war carries on, this ETF will go back to an all-time high, and gold itself will hit an all-time high. There's just no doubt about it. All right, so I've used up a lot of your time already. I appreciate everybody staying with me. This is awesome. Oh, yeah, LAZR. I didn't see that. Big money, big flow. Yes, mentioned LAZR when it was, what, $14. Now it's like 15, 20 something. So, yeah, there it is. Oh, I'm watching it myself. Yeah, and Legit's pretty good. He likes to call up some good ones. And that's about it, man. So I'll see everybody later. Have a good one. Probably stay for the next video. Might be the Netflix video where I explain a little more in detail. Have a good day trading, everybody.